We're losing our ways in trying to do that. And again, this behavior, you can see it in any culture around the world. Everyone thinks something is terrible with their own culture. And they don't look inwards, they don't look into the individuals and say, no, this is not necessarily the culture. There's some things with culture we can change, absolutely, right? But for the most part, it's just not necessary. What people need to be facing, how do you build a successful relationship? How do you maintain a marriage, right? How do you nurture your relationships within a marriage? See, people run their mouth. People say what they want to say. That doesn't equals to truth. And people always run around and say, "Hey, I'm just speaking the truth." It's bullshit for the most part, right? You have to look at people's actions, and then you have to assess things. Look at the results. The result is actually closer to truth than anything else, right? And then truth is a function of time and patience, right? Time will tell. Time will tell us the actual truth, right? We know this, right? So again, we're talking about bride price. So is bride price, so the fact that a guy said, I've paid you bride price so I can abuse you, does that make it the reason why people abuse? What about in the Western world where people don't pay bride price? They still abuse each other. They do it emotionally, verbally, and physically, right? So this is again another classic example of people trying to point fingers at anything but self. Anything but the guy in the mirror. Okay? We need to abolish this culture. Why? I don't think it's going to solve the actual problem. Okay? I don't think it's going to solve the actual problem of domestic abnormal use of a human being. I don't think so. I think that one thing that can solve that problem is, well, number one, we already know, vetting, right? Making sure you understand how to pick up red flags, a spirit of discernment, but more importantly, how to handle a situation where you find yourself in abuse, in marriage, in a relationship that's already ongoing. This is the part that most people don't talk about, right? And they don't talk about the part that you're not always able to pick up this bad behavior in the beginning. They don't talk about conflict resolution. They don't talk about crisis resolution. Most people don't. All right, let me go back here and play this video again. Let's see here. I'm gonna play that video for you again. Let me just make sure my speaker is in the right place. Let me pick up another video. So this is what she said to, let me see, because I don't want to dwell too much time on. All right, so here's one. Let's open this one and play.
Doing more harm than, of course it is. So just scrap the damn thing. So with bride price, you might think, oh, it's not hot.
All right, so if you look at this, this person said, my dad said mine will cost ₦1 million because I am educated. Right, because I'm educated, right? ₦1 million. Let's find out what the ₦1 million bride price, okay? So they're saying in that part of Nigeria, eastern part of Nigeria, in certain part of Nigeria. So there's one part, there's two parts, there's two states where it's all 35 naira. Okay, the bride price is 35 naira. Let's do the math. And this person just put a comment on the screen and says, pretty devoted, said, my dad said it to be 1 million naira. Let's do how much that is in dollars, right? Okay, so let's first of all convert naira to USD, right? That's basically less than a dime, right? Let's just call it 1 cent, a penny. Okay, so that's in 2 states. I think in that part of Nigeria there's probably about 5 states or so, 5-6 states, something like that. I don't recall right now. Let's look at it. Let's look at Nigeria. Let's look at Nigeria map. Let's educate ourselves today, right? Nigeria map by state. Let's say by state. There you go. And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. All right, good. I think I can find a good one here. All right, great. Okay, awesome. All right, so this is the area we're talking about right here. Let me blow this up. All right, this is awesome. let me just make sure I'm sharing my screen with you. All right, there you go. All right, great. So this is Nigeria right here. I'm from this state called Ondo right here. Ondo on the closer to the west side. Okay, right after that river that divides Nigeria. We're talking about the southwest. Okay, so I don't know if you can see my cursor. I think you can actually, right? You can see my cursor. Not sure. Anyway, yeah, so it's called Ondo. I'm from there. My legacy is from there. I'm from there. My parents are from there, right? So this part, the part we're talking about right here, is the lower western side of Nigeria, where I'm just gonna read really quickly so you can see these different states. So you have the Imo State, Abia State, River State, Ebonyi, Cross River State, this area right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 different states. This is some part of Benue, right? And about 2 states here, particularly some of the main cities there, because it varies from city to city. It's only less than a penny to quote unquote buy a wife, right? But this lady put a comment on the screen and said it's 1 million naira. The father was already saying it's going to be 1 million naira. How much is that in US dollars? That's $2,400. Okay, 2,400. That's not bad because she's educated. Now, because of the standard of living in Nigeria, that's a lot of money. Okay, so some of you may be in the United States and say $2,300 is not a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Okay, it's a lot of money. Okay, so again, it's just part of the culture. It's just a practice, it's just something they do as part of the celebration. It's part of the beauty of the heritage. And you just find these days that people that are not able to maintain relationships, people that are not able to dig in deeper, why people are having trouble in romantic relationships in particular. You have those people coming and saying, yeah, let's abolish this, let's abolish that. People are just looking for things to blame for that are not relevant to the issues. If you have terrible men in society that think abuse is okay, they just think abuse is okay. You can abolish all you want. They're just still terrible people. Okay? There are people that don't have any self-control. People that feel like the only way they can get their message across to another human being is assault. It's just bad behavior. Bad behavior is bad behavior. Now, I get that we want to dig in and do like a root cause analysis and see why people are doing this. I get that. But again, we're losing our ways. We're losing our ways in trying to do that. And again, this behavior, you can see it in any culture around the world. Everyone thinks something is terrible with their own culture. And they don't look inwards. They don't look into the individuals and say, no, this is not necessarily the culture. There's some things with culture we can change, absolutely, right? But for the most part, it's just not necessary. What people need to be facing, how do you build a successful relationship? How do you maintain a marriage, right? How do you nurture your relationships within a marriage? The